Good morning. This is Rick Gray. I want to talk today about the 4 stages of wealth. I wrote about this a long time ago, and I got some of the ideas from several sources. Dave Ramsey, of course, is one of them, has some great ideas. But here are the 4 stages of wealth as you should think about it for you. Stage number 1 is coming up with what Dave Ramsey calls an emergency fund. Basically, he says it's $1,000 of liquid cash that you keep separate from all your other money. And it really should be more like $5,000 to $7,000. But when things go wrong, most Americans end up using credit cards. If the furnace goes out, the car has an issue, right? All of a sudden there's an emergency and you need to get your hands on a couple of $1,000s. Most people resort to credit cards. That's not what you want to do. You need to have an emergency fund. So that is really step 1. And it's one of the most important things to separate that money from the rest of your money. Otherwise you'll spend it. So stage number 1 is have an emergency fund. Stage number 2 is eliminate bad debt. Bad debt is any debt that you can't write off the interest on taxes. Like your home mortgage is not necessarily bad debt. You want to eliminate that eventually. But the first things to go are high interest rate credit cards, obviously, student loans, personal loans, things that are going to cost you money and not give you anything in return. So eliminate bad debt. The way you do that is you start with the smallest amount first. In fact, Dave Ramsey calls that the debt snowball. The reason you start with the smallest amount first is because it makes you feel good. When you have little victories and you start feeling better about your financial situation, that motivates you to do even more. So it's really important to pay off your bad debts as quick as possible. Stage 3 of wealth, amazingly, if you get to stage 3, you're in the top 5% of all Americans. It's incredible. Have 3 to 6 months of your expenses in reserves. 3 to 6 months. So you figure out what is your monthly nut. What do you spend every month just to get by, to live, to buy food, gas, insurance, pay the bills, all the things that you have going. What does that add up to? Then multiply that by 3 to 6 times, and that's what you should have in savings. That is 3 to 6 months of your expenses set aside. Here's the facts. The average American has less than 1 month set aside. So if they get laid off, or if they have a bad day at work and get fired, or something happens, it's a panicked situation. Don't live your life so close to the edge like that. Have 3 to 6 months in reserve so you can take some time to think about what your next move is going to be, and you'll make better choices than if it's just a panic situation. And then stage 4 is being debt-free. A couple of things here. Stage 4 being debt-free doesn't mean without debt. It means without bad debt. So your house, again, is the last thing you'll pay off, but you will pay that off. But being debt-free means you can live from the assets of your own income. You have enough assets you can pay off your mortgage and everything else all at once. One key to remember this is have multiple sources of income. Many people put all their eggs in one basket, in their income or in their job or in their career, and when that doesn't work out, or there's a layoff or a technology change or the market's down, they're in trouble. So have multiple sources of income. One way to do that is to learn about blogging and writing and sharing, expressing your ideas online. Contact me about that. I'd love to share it with you. Have a great day.